prediction sparked the discussion. Stacking cash higher than Fenway's monster. Slinging wild bets like cowboy imposters. Reading those innings like Nostradamus. Wave the green, hot streets like Bahamas. Spreadsheets everywhere, mathematician minds analyze the games, profits they grind, fastballs, curveballs, every pitch is tail, in their heads, knuckleballs never fail. Erik reading numbers like tarot cards, David calling shots like all-star guards, money lines, parlays, come hit with precision, home run predictions, no intermission. High stakes, ballers cashing checks in, rise with the bets, swinging from the pen. Erik and David, masters of scoreboard. MLB bets and claim they hoard. High stakes, ballers cashing checks in, rise with the bets, swinging from the pen. Erik and David, kings of the ledger, baseball fortune, spread them like treasure.
Welcome to the premiere episode of Diamond Bets presented by Colossus Fantasy. My name is Erik, and that sly-looking son of a bitch to my right, your left, is David, aka Better DP21. David, how you doing today, my man?
Doing great, man. You know, just had a wonderful Friday lunch at Casa Bonita out here. So, yeah. just enjoying the weekend, man. You know, it's a great way to kick it off.
I totally forgot about that fucking place, dude. Until you said it, and like, son of a bitch, I'm gonna be like, I have a day tonight. Through my whole day tonight, I'm gonna be singing Casa Bonita. Jesus Christ, dude.
Exactly.
But, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to give you guys some winners. We have a juicy 615 parlay, and we're gonna build you a DFS lineup. We each have two bets, and then we'll get to our parlay. So let's dive right into it. And you're kicking us off with America's team.
Yeah, America's team on the board here. So, you know, the way that I'm looking at this game right now is, you know, Shiganu for the Rockies enters tonight 1-0, 1.69 ERA, 0.84 whip. That is sparkling. That is beautiful. Basically, he has a very legit, clean profile for a pitcher that most books and most public bettors are dismissing here. The whip advantage over Buehler is not small. Buehler on the other side for the Padres going tonight is 0-1 with a 9.45 ERA and a whip of 1.95. He's basically walking, you know, just a batter every single inning. That's a volatile arm who can unravel fast against, you know, a lineup that's got some wheels right now. So the way that this is shaken out for me, even offensively, is Rockies come in to this matchup, and it started last night. They went extra innings to like the 12th inning last night. But, you know, so this is game 2 for them. And, you know, yes, they lost on a walk-off, but they were playing them competitively, you know, all night long. You know, but basically they have the 5th most runs being scored across all teams. They swept Houston out here in Colorado before heading out to San Diego. And yeah, so everything about this matchup for me right now, you know, it's just a really great matchup for them, right? The pitching matchup is an advantage for Colorado here. I mean, at plus 161, it's pretty crazy to kind of see that. And, you know, I think the only honest risk to acknowledge here situationally is that, you know, away from Coors, the offense can cool, and Petco is one of those stadiums that, you know, is probably the most run suppressive park in baseball. So, you know, outside of that, though, I mean, everything about this, like I always say it every season when I come on the show, bet on teams that are scoring runs often and early, and teams that are hitting. And that is this team. Colorado is averaging close to 6 runs a game right now for themselves. And like I said, other than, you know, extra innings last night, you know, that's what it came down to. But they have a solid pitching advantage here coming into this matchup. And, you know, the offense is actually there to help give run support to their pitcher in this situation. Buehler whip close to 2. That is crazy. You know, that is asking for runs to be scored against them. So really love this matchup. I love the odds. I mean, such a live underdog here that I just don't think the books and the public really understands to this level here. So definitely something, the arguments here, you know, like I said, it's everything about reasonable exposure. And I definitely look at this as a big pitching advantage with a real offense to a 161 price. You know, this is just, you know, perfect long-term advantage here.
I like it, and I'm rocking the Rockies hat.
Right, boy.
We speak. Now, our boy, let's make some money. Please tell me you saw the Ichiro's statue break during the reveal. I did not see that, but that'd be classic Mariners baseball if during the statue reveal it did break. Kevin, what is up, my friend? How are you doing? Kevin, tell me how I lost under 8 in the Padres Rockies yesterday. Went to extras, tied 1-1. That is brutal, my friend.
That is really brutal.
I am sorry about that. I know my boy Kyle he parlayed all these underdogs yesterday. The Rockies were the last leg.
That's wild.
And he had a double chance with the Rockies. And, it unfortunately lost due to that shenanigans. My next one, I am going to Max Muncy of the Athletics over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. I got this at plus 135. He's simply locked in right now. Over the last week, he's been one of the hottest hitters in baseball, especially against right-handed pitching, leading the league in hits and sitting in second in runs scored. He's cleared this line in straight games, 9 of 12 overall this season. So consistently, he's right there. Now, when you look at the matchup against Holmes for the Mets, Holmes leans heavy on the sinker, throwing to righties, throwing it nearly 50% of the time. That plays right into Muncy's strengths against the sinkers this season, batting .444, a .778 slugging percentage. And when you look at his expected numbers are better against that pitch. So all the way across the board, absolutely positively elite. So I combine elite recent form, a favorable pitcher matchup, and I'm getting plus money. I'll do all about this, dude. Give me Max Muncy here, plus 130 over 135. Sorry, over hits, runs, RBIs. Now, you know what? I'm a little disappointed because this team swept my Tigers, and I was going to look to fade them, especially because the pitching matchup, but you beat me to the punch. Tell me, no, sorry. I was going to fade the Jays because the Jays beat the Dodgers, in that shenanigans of a game yesterday. Tell me why you like the Twins, my friend.
Yeah, so next matchup I'm looking here is Twins at Blue Jays. So, when I kind of look at this on paper here, I mean, Pat Corbin, starting for Blue Jays here, he is basically, I think he's making his debut this season right now with this matchup, actually. So, fresh arm coming in here, more back end rotation arm at this stage of his career, really. But you kind of hit on it for me, really. The numbers are all, and again, everything I do is data driven here. So the numbers are all supporting Minnesota. Minnesota just swept Detroit earlier this week. Simeon Woods Richardson has been solid. Basically he's holding down a whip for himself that's just unheard of over the last week. I mean, it's also at 1.05. That's sparkling for himself. ERA close to 1.3. So again, it's just a combination of finding, the right team offensively, going with a great pitching matchup as well. Basically at this point, the Twins are playing really confident baseball. The Dome's going to neutralize any kind of weather. Minnesota at plus money after 3-game sweep just has such great value here. And, Toronto has a little bit of an injury situation in terms of their, rotation as well as a couple offensive bats. But, I mean, you're getting plus money on the road with a dog team. But again, this is also looking at their offense over the last, over this week, really. Coming into this, the Minnesota is a top 10 hitting offense for me. Blue Jays, number 23 in the league right now for myself. So, where that really is kind of like, adding up is Minnesota's been putting up about 5 runs a game on the board right now. In comparison to Blue Jays, only about 2. Again, I cannot emphasize enough when I'm talking, about these teams. Bet on teams that are scoring runs early, basically Minnesota has that in their bats right now. The numbers are all there for them. Pitcher is definitely strong with Richardson on the mound for them today as well. And I just kind of looks like a no-brainer. It's one of the cleaner plays on the board in my opinion.
I'm interested to see how Corbin looks. Was it an improvement or because he was pitching in Arlington last season? That's a good point.
Yep.
Because Arlington's definitely more of a pitcher-friendly ballpark compared to whatever the fuck it's called, Rogers Field, the Sky Dome. What I don't even know what the Rogers Center. And And then Corbin does walk a lot of batters. I think the Twins are like top 5, top 7 in walks this year. So yeah, interesting to see how that plays up. Definitely like that one. My next play, and I am going out to Petco. I'm not going head to head with you. I think this is going to be a runs fest. I took the Padres and Rockies over 8.5 runs. A little aggressive here because I know a lot of people are betting the under here because historically speaking, Petco is a pitcher-friendly park. But you mentioned it earlier. We want to look for these offenses that are hitting. Both these offenses have been red hot against right-handed pitching over the past week. The Rockies rank second in runs scored, and the Padres are right behind them at 5th. Now, when you layer in the pitcher situation, you mentioned the extra inning game yesterday. The Rockies used 6 relievers. The Padres used 5. That's really going to matter because you mentioned how bad Buehler is.
Yep.
Well, now, if they're able to get to him, they're going to have to let him go because they're not going to have the arms to, you know what I mean? So they're going to have to let him go. 9.45 ERA, 1.95 whip, negative run metrics. The expected numbers don't suggest a major turnaround either. Now he gets a Rockies lineup that's just been crushing against righties. Now, on the other side, you mentioned Seguno, who's been solid on the surface. But one thing I always like to look at is I like to look at expected ERA. It's over 4. His run value suggests there's a little regression comes. He leans on the breaking stuff. And when I look at it, Mira, Machado, Fernando Tatis historically have handled the breaking stuff well. I think both these offenses are hot. I think we're going to be able to see those 3 get to Sergan. I think this is going to be another high-scoring affair. Hot offenses, overworked bullpens, and pitchers trending in the wrong directions. This just sets up perfect for an over for me, and I'm getting plus 111. You know, I can't really complain about that. So I'll take the Padres and the Rockies here over 8.5 at plus 111, my friend.
Yeah, I want to add on to what you're kind of saying there with the over. And I think something that a lot of people are kind of missing, or at least that bettors, and I think books are also missing out on, is that the ABS system, and is the story of the season right now. This has real betting implications that people are not paying attention to. This leans overs on games because pitchers who historically have lived on the corners or induced, weaker contact by expanding the zone have to traditionally come into that zone, right? So there's a 5% increase in pitches thrown in the zone, and hitters are chasing about 5% fewer pitches out of the zone at this point. The result means that walk rates are up about 6%, strike rates are down about 2%, right? So basically what this means is that, again, leaning overs on games with pitchers, just in general right now, who historically lived on those corners, now having to be in the zone here, this is going to just translate to more overs in the game going forward in general.
Yeah, that's a great point by you. This ABS has completely changed the way, and like you said, more overs and everything. Yeah, David and I are going to be here every Friday, man. Every single fucking Friday.
This is tradition here. This is tradition.
A tradition. We are basically the baseball betting show of the Masters. Speaking of the Masters, I have not looked at my bets yet today. Did you bet anything in the Masters?
I did. What did I bet? I think I bet on Rose.
Rose.
I love that guy.
No,
I got Rose and I got Sam Burns. So, those are my outright winners for the Masters.
So I did 3 outright winners and 1 top 20.
Okay.
All right. So my top 20, my winner, John Rod, 4 over, no dice. My top 20 of Jake Knapp, currently at 17. So he's in the pie right now. And then I also bet Reed at 43-1 and Fleetwood at 22-1. And they're both 1 behind McIlroy. So far through 2 days, I feel I'm looking pretty good. So far through 2 days.
Sounds
solid. Let's go Patrick Reed. Yeah, Patrick Reed came to play, dude. If Patrick Reed keeps up, dude, I am I may buy myself a new hat, dude. I love hats, dude. Now, this is off target. Did you see the MLB Simpsons hats?
Yeah, I did. Actually,
those are great. I may have to break down and pick one of those. Let's go ahead. We have a parlay here, a juicy parlay. Parlay, my friend. What is your leg, man? Lay it on.
Yeah, so I got Andy Pages from the Padres going for 2 hits tonight for what would you get? Plus 275, plus 275, right? So basically the way I look at this, right? You know, through the start of the season here, Pies is hitting 500. He's got a crazy OPS 1.4. He's only struck out 4 times. He has more hits than whiffs. And that's not just plate discipline transformation. That's not just a hot streak. Like, this man has actually shown plate discipline to actually increase his hits, and actually multiple hits across multiple games here. He actually started this week with 5 consecutive multi-hit games. Tonight he faces Kumar Rocker, who has a career 1.97 whip on the road. He's faced nobody close to the Dodgers quality yet this season. And what that means also is that without Betts in the lineup, Pages is likely going to move up in the order, giving him more plate appearances. He's been the most consistent bat on this team for the first 2 weeks of the season here. And, the catch at 310, hitting 2 in a game, I understand is more of like a 35% event, for elite hitters, but he has such a great contact rate that, this going for a multi-hit game at an absurd, also at the absurd clip that he's been doing lately, is insane. But I mean, ultimately, you're getting 4x your money on the hottest hitter in baseball right now against a raw pitcher in just the second MLB start. Really looking for him to lead, just the team tonight, but he's also just going to get more opportunities. So this prop has so much legitimate juice to it. It's not even funny.
Yeah, I like it. My leg of the parlay, and call me soft, it's only -110. I played this straight too. I got this at even money earlier in the day. I did Taylor Joseph Ward of the Baltimore Orioles over 1.5 hits run. It's RBIs. He's absolutely raking it in right now against right-handed pitching. 421 over the last week, top of the league and second in the league in hits over the last 2 weeks against right-handed pitching. When you look at the matchup, the pitcher Rob, he relies heavily on the sinker and changeup against righties. Ward this season, 375 against sinkers with strong slugging numbers and on base percentage, 429 against changeups. So the 2 most pitches he's going to see, he's been doing great against this year. Recent production is there as well. He's gone over this line in 3 of 5, 7 of 12 games overall. You have a hot hitter with the pitches he's going to see is hitting great against them. All the sense in the world. So there you go. I put a quarter of a unit, risking 25 to get 178.98. So when my ass comes out to a Rockies game, I'm gonna use that money to buy the first round. What are beers at Coors Field? I'm guessing like $12-15.
Yeah, around that.
Yeah, $12-15. Let's go ahead. Let's bring it up. Last thing we're gonna do for the people is we are going to build a DFS lineup, my friend. All right, my man. Where's your head at?
Well, I mean, for pitchers, I definitely feel like I got to support Richardson. I just touted him earlier from Minnesota. So if we have that game on the board, it's always funny to come into this and then like the games are missing. There he is.
Yeah, well, I mean, like there's a couple 540 games, and those 540 games are included in this. So
Gotcha.
We're on the 540 Central Time, excuse me. Next pitcher, where are you looking at, my friend?
Next pitcher, let me see here. I like Clay Holmes. What's Clay Holmes get you?
Clay Holmes is at 9,000.
Oof, that's pricey. What about Chase Burns for the Reds?
What about Burns?
Seattle? Oh, okay. I thought you were going down to Seattle.
Well, I was going to go down just because I'm looking at the Astros. The Astros are going from playing in Sacramento
to Colorado.
Now they're going to
Seattle.
And that's like going to hitter-friendly park. Now you're going to a defensive park. You know what I mean? Like I'm just looking for a cheaper guy. You said you want Burnsy? I think that he's in the early slate. Yeah, he's in the early.
Oh yeah.
Slate.
Okay.
All right, let's go. You want to go back to pitcher then, or?
Yeah, we can come back to that.
Or, you know what? I'll just put my guy in here just for fun, not to peer pressure you.
Who's your guy?
I think we go.
I mean, you could go Elder. I mean, if you want to go to Atlanta, I
Or what
definitely like
about
Atlanta to win tonight too.
what about Patrick?
Patrick, yeah, I like him too. Yeah, for sure. Milwaukee's looking good tonight.
All right, let's start it off here. We're at catcher. All right, first of all, is there any guy? I feel like the guys we have are prop bets on, since we're so high in them, we should put them in. Correct?
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
definitely got to have him in there for sure. So that was easy. You talked about Max Muncy earlier.
dude, what the freak? Where's Maxie? There he is. And then my boy Ward. Remind me, I have a Ward story I have to tell you off there. All right, so there you go. We have those three guys in. Let's go ahead. Let's dive into it a little bit more. Catcher position. Let me look here.
It's not Cal. I'll tell you right now, it's not Cal.
Well, your boy Cal.
Cal is struggling, man. I think Baldwin, man. Baldwin, he is lighting it up right now. 360 over the last week.
Well,
couple homers.
All right, hold on. Let me see this.
Who are we looking at first?
I
tell you, sneaky play is Christian Walker.
You like Walker, Texas Ranger?
Yeah, man. He's ranked number 6 over the last week. 3 home runs, 360 average as well. He's looking good. Cheaper price.
Walker, what am I looking at?
From 4,700. Yep. Houston.
Okay. How do you feel about is there anyone on the Rays? One of the games I was looking at was Tampa and New York. And I kind of like the over in that game. Is there anyone in that game that's kind of talking to you or not really?
Tampa and the Yankees.
I'm pissed. I wanted to get Xavier Edwards in here, but the early start time not gonna let it.
I mean, if we really had to find somebody, it would probably be Ahmed Rosario. Would probably be the closest.
Let's hold off on that then. Let's hold off. Shortstop. What about Garcia plays third, so we can't use him. What about X-Man?
Xavier?
Yeah.
For what, short?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Bogarts.
I'm just kind of looking at it. 7th in hits over the last week.
So did get Muncy in there. All right.
Five ribbies, 4 runs. If we're gonna go a little bit ribby heady, Jordan Walker, 9.
Dude, he's lighting it up. Yeah.
Jordan Walker, where you at, Mr. Walker? Jordan Walker, position's already filled. We already have all 3 outfielders filled.
No, we don't. You can throw him in there.
So look, if we go Jordan Walker here, that kind of leaves us at 46.
Shortstop.
Rocker just went on DL.
What?
I'm just talking to myself. Roker of the A's just went on DL.
Oh
yeah. James Wood, no. Aaron, no. Gunnar Henderson, no. I already got Max in there. What about
the X-Man was who hit a grand slam last night, by the way.
You want to go with my boy X?
Yeah, I think you have to.
You want to go? Do you see what I did right there?
Yeah, I knew where you're going. I was just waiting for you to finish the line, bro.
I said my boy X. X going to give it to you?
Let's see here. Second. What do you got? Well, Cubs already played. Muncy's already in there for third. Let's see. Second. Go to second base. Don't have it on all. Click on second. Let me see.
Dude, I was reading.
Trying to look at prices, man. We got left 53.
Yeah, we got 53. Looking at it, I mean, Luis is always a thing. He just fucking gets on base, dude. That kid's a machine. Hold on. Let me do one thing here. Let me do one thing, brother.
It's not bad.
That's one. I wish my database, it just shows players. I wish it would show like positions.
Yeah.
Turner plays second.
Willie Castro, I mean, I know it's cheap, but like he's actually doing pretty good for the Rockies. 318 over the last week. I like when I just see the consistency of hot hitters, not just so much like price names. You know what I mean? Like Altuve's not bad for being
I don't
at the
want,
top
I don't
of
want any,
the
I don't want
coin,
anything to do
but
with it. Yeah, I'm just kind of looking here. I'm just kind of looking. Who'd you say? I'm sorry.
Willie Castro from Colorado.
So we put him at 34. I mean, we got 1,000.
Can increase something. Yeah, I know.
We can look if we can go back to the pitcher department. Jesus. You know, just kind of look. Is there like, you know, if we take out Patrick, I mean, dude, that leaves us wide open with anyone on the board for pitching, dude.
Glasnow.
You want to just go big and go Glasnow?
May as well. He's actually in great form too.
Yeah, I mean, there it is. That is our lineup right now. We got Richardson from the Twins, Glasgow, Baldwin, Walker, Castro, Max Muncy of the Athletics, X-Man, Ward, Walker. I was going to call him Pages.
Pages. You gotta get the accent in there, man.
I was going to call him Pages. So just go ahead. And guys, that is a 50-50 lineup. Oh, Jesus, dude. The people want to hear another dating story from Eric. We already heard the swingers. Did I ever tell you that one? The swingers girlfriend?
No, I want to hear it now.
Oh, like it was nothing big. Like we looked across the street from swingers and she was jealous. Like she didn't get invited to the party.
That was it?
That was it. I mean, that was it.
Eric's got a date in 3 hours, everybody.
Yeah, dude. I got date 2 in a couple hours, dude. I gotta like freaking shave. I gotta decide what I want to wear. You know, I gotta vacuum the place in case the date goes well. You know, I got stuff I gotta do. Dude, you never know. David, we're gonna be here every single week doing this. Appreciate you. This is always one of the funnest shows that I have. Why don't you tell the people where they can find you, my friend?
Yeah, as always, you know, look for me on X, Instagram, same handle, BetterDP21. You know, happy to answer any questions that people have about matches. You can hit the DM, you know, ask me anything you're looking for specifically there. I got the numbers that help support anything that you're looking for, unbiased stuff. And yeah, looking forward to doing this for the season here. So I'm really glad we're starting up again, and let's cash on these tickets tonight.
Best of luck in your bets. We appreciate every single one of you tuning in. We'll be back here next week, 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. in Casa Bonita time. Appreciate you, my friend, and we'll talk soon, brother.
Thanks again.